All right. Let me get everything situated. Back this guy up a little bit here. There we go. All right, guys, you already know the deal. We'll wait for everybody to get in before we start the live stream, but I hope everybody's doing well. Just as you're coming in, as usual, guys, make sure you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it.
Lemonade Ranchers Insurance covers your $1 million
All right. Well, whenever YouTube actually sends out the notification, we'll go ahead and get started with the live stream. Whoa. All right, we'll bring this over here, and we'll be good to go. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to fix this camera angle. It's all jacked up. Kimberly, how's it going? Guys, if you're just joining in, if you haven't yet, you need to book a cruise. Make sure you check out Kimberly Sunset by the Sea. She is our travel partner here with our YouTube channel. Meant to actually pin that up. I have to do it for the next video. Kimberly, if you're in and you want to pin your travel agency, feel free. All right, guys, so we'll give it a couple minutes. YouTube has not liked me lately, so I guess we'll wait for it to actually start promoting the live stream and sending it out to everybody. Because I know a lot of people haven't been getting the notification. So, yeah, just be on the lookout for that, guys. I'd appreciate it for everybody's patience. Let me wait for everybody to get in, and then we'll go ahead and start the live stream. Unfortunately, YouTube has been a little bit slow in getting people in, so we'll wait a little bit. But for those of you guys that are in, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Haven't gotten a notification, but on Facebook, yeah, I saw. Like, it took me a while. I had to keep refreshing the page. Just even looking it up on YouTube, I wasn't able to find me until literally the last possible second before the live stream. So I apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I got to figure that out. Maybe I got to call somebody. I don't know. So. But yeah, so whenever people get in, we're going to go ahead and start the live stream. We're going to talk about everything going on with the new CDC update that we got last night. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about, of course, the Karen of the Seas, if you guys still want to talk about that topic. And then we have some more updates from Canada as well, and then new rules from the cruise lines regarding the vaccines. So yeah, we'll definitely get into a lot of the juicy stuff today. So like I said, guys, if you're coming in, make sure you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm gonna give it a couple minutes because I want to give people time to get in because unfortunately YouTube has not been giving notifications out. So yeah, I apologize, but just give it like maybe 2 or 3 minutes and we'll go ahead and get started. Just got the notification, good. Yeah, I don't know why it sends the notifications out at the last possible second. It's the most annoying thing in the world. YouTube's trying to cancel me, I guess. Too cool for YouTube. Have I heard any news about anything cruises starting in Tampa? No updates. No updates as of yet. I think the first sailing is what, November? Don't quote me on that, but I think it's around November. I have to double check, but I know there haven't been any updates on November sailings. By the way, I'm on Facebook as Sherry Calvin. Okay, I have to look you up. Maybe I'll add you as a friend if you want. Yeah, guys, so we're going to talk about everything going on in the cruising in a little bit. Like I said, let me give it like maybe 2 more minutes. We'll go ahead and get started with the live stream. YouTube, unfortunately, has not been putting notifications out for my videos or my, especially my live stream. So just give it a little bit, guys. As you're coming in, though, just hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Question, do I need a passport for my Alaskan cruise from Seattle out of August? It depends. Technically, no, but don't quote me on that. If it's a closed circuit cruise, meaning you're only going from that destination and back, you will not need a passport. All you need is your birth certificate. So yeah, it's been a crazy week. A lot of stuff going on. As some of you guys have noticed, I haven't really been up too much on the cruise news. We've been talking about the big stuff like the Karen situation. We've been talking about that. But we have gotten some recent news in the past couple days and as early as last night when it comes to the CDC. So we'll definitely talk about that because that's a big deal going on right now with cruising because things could potentially change or not. So we'll get into that for the live stream. Jay, how'd you get into working on the cruise ships? Well, I'm a professional breakdancer and acrobat, which I just got back into training, by the way, or sort of kind of. I'm working out. I had some connections from the theme parks that I worked at, and they were the ones, after they moved into management with NCL, they offered me the contract to work on board cruise ships. I'm unaware of the Karen thing, so can't wait to see that. Okay, well, while you're waiting, because we're going to probably get into that later since the vast majority of the audience has heard about it. I do have videos of the Karen video. It's in my my video section. Just go check that out real quick. I got an update. You can check that out and come back because I'll be here for an hour. Thank you for the clarification, Kimberly. Yeah, if you guys are sailing on a cruise, you can use your birth certificate, but it's still risky. If anything happens, you miss the ship. You miss the ship, you get sick or injured, it's a nightmare and very expensive to get back home. Exactly. I mean, to me, that kind of ties in something that you probably should have is insurance as well. Should something happen on board your cruise, you get sick or you fall off the ship or something like that, God forbid, then you're going to be in some trouble if you don't have insurance and if you don't have a passport, because that just makes it that much complicated for you to get everything taken care of in order to get home safely. I'm sailing with Tony, Jenny, and Don on the Mardi Gras August 21st. Well, I'll be on their inaugural sailing, so I got a bunch of videos coming out for that. So I guess I'll be the appetizer for the the cruise vlog. So just stay tuned. I got what, like 13 days now. YouTube finally posted the notification. I got a bone to pick with YouTube. They have not been liking me lately. I guess I'm too open-minded. I guess I don't know what it is. Can't really drive from Alaska ports back to Seattle. Did somebody say about driving? Yeah, you kind of can't. But anyway, look, so what's going on with the CDC? So if you guys haven't heard already, you got the, Circuit Court 11th. I have written down. I forgot exactly how you pronounce it. Circuit Court of 11th District. They are a federal court. So I believe it's consisted of 3 judges over in Atlanta, which is really interesting, by the way. So last night, they decided to essentially overrule federal judge Stephen Merriday's decision to turn the framework for conditional sailing, the CSO, the cruise ship sailing order by the CDC. It was supposed to potentially turn into just guidance starting today. However, that's now been overturned, and it's going to stay what it is. So the CDC still technically has power over the cruise ship industry, meaning whatever they say still goes. So the framework is still in play, at least until November, unless something happens. And also, potentially, if something happens, let's say the Delta gets worse or we have another outbreak, they could shut the industry down again. Now, I don't mean to be dark when I say that, but it could happen, it could not happen. But the ball is, as of right now, is still in the CDC's court as of this moment. Now, there's not a lot of information when it comes to that, just for the simple fact that the 11th courts, the Circuit 11th District Courts, they have not put out a statement regarding what exactly is going on. Judge Stephen Merriday has not put out a statement as far as what's going on. So we don't have a ton of insight. We have the document stating that everything is going to stay the way it is, but that's the gist of it. But either way, it's a big deal. We were hoping for something different. I know a lot of people were. Some people are surprised. Some people aren't surprised. But still, it is what it is right now. Now, tomorrow, though, too, which I don't know, we could see something later on tonight, we still have the public health declaration. Something could change for that because that's also set to expire tomorrow. So I'm wondering if we're going to hear something tonight because to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything concrete as far as that either going away or getting extended. So yeah, it's a lot going on. It ain't over till it's over. You're right. Not surprised at all. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit of both, right? I was expecting something to happen because I was curious as to what the cruise lines are going to do once they are just kind of on their own and free to do whatever it is that they want. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see how all this plays out moving forward because things have not changed and they're not going to change anytime soon. Hubby's doctor said he could test positive for 6 months of having COVID. Anyone heard of that? I've heard, I'm sure most people have heard, there's the idea with the antibodies and it could potentially either be harmful to whatever it is you're trying to do or not. You can test positive, you can test negative, but I don't want to get into too much of that. I'm not a medical professional, so. We got 104 people in here so far, guys. I guess YouTube is finally sending the notifications out. If you guys are just coming in, it would help with YouTube to let people know I'm doing a live stream if you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it, guys. If the CDC shuts down cruising again, the cruise community, I'm sure will get real vocal. Well, I'm sure they will too. But unfortunately, we're not out of the woods just yet because that is, I don't want to say it's a possibility, but I've been saying it throughout this whole pandemic. Nothing is ruled out. Something could happen, let's say in fall where the warm weather goes away. The CDC could say, well, the variants are spiking up. We got to shut everything down again. As long as this whole thing continues to stay where it is, potentially, and theoretically, the CDC could shut down the industry again in the United States. So now on what basis, I don't know, because cruising's happening and it looks like it's happening safely. Remember, the cruise lines work with the CDC on the CSO. They got what they needed to start cruising, which we are good. Yeah, I think so too. We are good right now. But with the ball in their court, the CDC could theoretically do anything they want to. No surprise at all with the Delta variant running wild. The CDC will always have a say in things. I think even without it, as long as we're still in a pandemic, they still have a say. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. We got 115 people in here so far, 61 likes. But yeah, it's a weird situation. like I said, I don't think anybody's surprised, but a lot of people were just curious as to what would happen should the framework or the CSO become just technical guidance as opposed to just being law or rules. So we got to wait a little bit longer for that. Are you going to be meeting up with John from the Ship Show? Is he going to be on the Mardi Gras? I didn't know that. He didn't tell me that when I met him. I met him in Cozumel a couple weeks ago. I got to reach out to him. Yes, the variant is running wild. We got 10 new ICU patients in the past 5 days, all under 40 and all unvaccinated. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we all know that we're still in a pandemic. We're not out of the woods yet. This isn't over, and there's still a lot going on. So, crazy times that we're living in. Now, like I said, I am curious to see if anything's going to change with the CDC, and I wonder what's going to happen with the court hearing now. Well, you know, this was the preliminary court hearing, so I wonder if, let's say, DeSantis is going to drop all of this, or if something's going to happen where they continue to push forward. So we'll see. This is down in the Sarasota area, Sarasota-Bradenton area. That's not too far from me. Wow. Yeah, I know. They're saying a lot of cases are popping up around here in Florida. Jay, are you on Shipmate? What's Shipmate? Is that an app? Sorry, I have not heard of Shipmate. He's going to be in Tampa this coming week. Oh, I have to reach out to him. No, I have to reach out to him. Maybe he's meeting up with Tony or something like that. I'll definitely have to check him out and see what he's got going on. Maybe we can meet up. Now, Gavin, I do have a cruise coming up, so I will be pretty busy up until my cruise. I got a lot going on, spending time with my son and working out, doing all the stuff I got to do preparing for my cruise. But I'll definitely try to meet up with him if it's possible. So, yeah, but also, as far as we can go back to the Canadian situation too. I want to talk about that, but we'll jump on CDC a little bit later on in the live stream. I also want to talk about Canada. You guys haven't heard, Canada is set to remove their cruise ban on November 1st. So, by the way, that's like 7 days from my birthday. So, cool. But in my opinion, looking at that, I honestly believe, and I've heard this from other people as well, like my moderators too, we all believe that this is more symbolic than anything else when it comes to this situation. Because looking at it, the Canadian cruise season kind of falls in line with somewhat of Alaska cruise season, and things tend to slow down when it starts getting into the fall and winter months. So it's kind of pointless for the ban to go away to some extent because we've got no real data, no real information as far as what are things going to look like when things actually get ramped back up for 2022. We don't know what's going to happen with that. And there's just so much information that is missing up until this point. So in my opinion, it looks more symbolic than anything else. But also it kind of looks like a grab to stop what's going on with the permanent passing of the changes that are going on with the PVSA, the Passenger Vessel Services Act, and the Alaska Tourism Recovery Act. Because if you guys don't know, right now what's going on is Alaska, or the governments over here and politicians are trying to make it so that cruise lines, they don't have to technically sail to a foreign port in order to go to Alaska. They want to be able to sail straight over through there without having to stop in a foreign port, which is usually going to be, of course, like Vancouver or Victoria, right? So this is a situation where it looks like Canada may be trying to stop that, because if they take a hit and cruise lines just indefinitely, permanently just no longer have to stop in a foreign port and they can just go forever from Seattle over to Alaska, it's going to change a lot of things and it's going to mess with the revenue. There's some time needs to be... okay, yeah, let me put him as moderator. Let me find him, first of all. Give me a second. Tom, if you can make a comment, and Amber, if you're in here too. If you guys... Cool, there we go. Add moderator, and boom. Tom, you have been gifted moderator powers. But it does look like everything going on with Canada, it's kind of symbolic, but it also looks like an attempt for the Canadian government to stop what could potentially happen with the future of cruising operations sailing in and out of Canada in order to go to Alaska and moving forward. So it's an interesting situation right now, what's going on with Canada. There's another part of Canada too I want to talk about, but I want to hear your comments on that. How do you guys feel about this Canadian situation with Canada saying they're going to allow cruising to happen starting in November, which, again, like I said, in my opinion, it's symbolic because at that point, it's going to be a little bit too late for the 2021 season over in Alaska. Oh boy, he has his golden wrench. I like that. Let me know how you guys feel about this situation with Alaska, because I mean, to me, like I said, it seems like just a symbolic move. Good luck with that in Canada. Yeah, it's interesting. Who cruises in November to Alaska? You're correct. Well, same with Canada. Back when I was working for NCL, and honestly, it doesn't matter if you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. When I was on the Norwegian Escape, we would do like the whole the trip where we would go from the U.S. from New York up to Alaska to I can't even think of the city, Halifax. We go up to Halifax all the time. But of course, when fall came through, we'd stop going there altogether because it started getting a little bit too cold for the winter season. So, like I said, to me, it just kind of seems pointless to say November 1st, we're going to allow people. That's not something to be cheered about. The whole season for the year is wasted. And now you have the Alaska ports, or some of the Alaska ports, and of course the ports over in Canada that have another year wasted without legitimate revenue. Hard situation. I heard Tony say that if you get 2 shots, yeah, I was going to talk about that in a minute. I just want to get this general situation out. I'm going to talk about the vaccine situation because that is that's messed up. I'll tell you that. That's messed up. Yes, interesting with Canada, but my NCL cruise September going to Alaska is not affected. That's a plus. That's a plus. Yeah, we're not affected over here. Sorry, not Tony Don. Okay. Scott, would you say it's symbolic? My government should have kept it as February next year. Cruising isn't going on here in Canada in November. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's kind of like a slap in the face. You literally wait until the last possible second and say, you know what? All right, well, when everything is said and done and the opportunity to actually make money is gone, then we're going to go ahead and allow it. You might as well just push to February. That way everything can be worked out as far as the kinks, or at least give a little bit more guidance and details as far as what's going to happen whenever they do open back up. Without having to worry like, okay, you guys can sail in November, but then January comes back around or even December and they close back up because of a new variant or an outbreak or some kind of scare. You know, it's a crappy situation all around for Canada right now. Well, of course, you should be getting we'll talk about the vaccine in a minute. We should be getting the same kind twice. Sheesh, this is really getting ridiculous. That's why I did the J&J one and done. Well, so here's the issue, because we can go ahead and dive into this crazy situation. A lot of people I've been hearing that a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of comments in other videos too, people saying with the vaccine situation. So if you guys don't know, you got, I believe it was NCL is one of them, NCL, Holland America, and Princess. They're making rules stating that if you mix vaccines, a certain kind that, let's say, isn't like the mRNA type of vaccine, you can't mix certain vaccines because if you do, you're not allowed to cruise on their ships. Which, here's the conundrum, because you have the governments that are pushing the vaccine, and places like Canada and other parts of the world and like Europe and whatnot, they only have a certain supply of certain vaccines. So the issue is you got the government pushing, look, you need to keep everybody safe. Just take the vaccine. It's okay. It's safe for you to mix the Pfizer and the Moderna and whatnot. It's safe. But now that they've done this, the cruise lines come back around and say, all right, well, you can't mix this vaccine and this vaccine and this vaccine. Oh, yeah, and things are probably going to change even further once they get FDA approval. It's a horrible situation because for a lot of people, the NCL allowing mixing, zero. Thank you for that clarification, Tom. Yeah, NCL allowing no mixing of any kind. So again, you have people that were somewhat kind of, they had no option really, because you have the governments pushing, you got a lot of people that are fearful of the vaccine situation. And they are doing everything they can to be safe. So they take what their governments and doctors and leaders over there are saying is safe to take, which is a mix of 2 vaccines because they are in short supply. But now we also have a situation where these people that want to do what they want to do are not allowed to do it because cruise lines and maybe other companies join in down the road, say, you know what, if you mix the vaccine, well, you're out of luck. You got dealt a bad hand. It's not your fault, but you're also not allowed to associate yourself with our business. It's a horrible situation. I think in my opinion, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. So I don't know what can be done about that, but it's a troubling situation. Sounds like NCL does not need the money. That's not what I heard. Unless NCL got an injection of some cash or a loan of some sort, I've heard they do need the money. Question, I'm sorry I missed the beginning. You gave the short recap. Thank you. We'll go back over to it, but I was just kind of talking about what was going on with the CDC. We'll circle back because all these topics are big topics. I want to get the gist of these topics out of the way, and then we'll circle back to each one. Data from a recent release study out of the UK that uses data compiled with their symptom tracking app shows vaccinated people account for almost half of the country's new COVID cases. Oh joy. Yeah. Again, confusing times. Very, very confusing times we live in. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. We got 135 people in here and counting, and we got 89 likes. I know we can at least get to 100, and then the next goal is 200. I know we can do it. We always do. I got to check in today for my October cruise, Symphony of the Seas. I was excited. Yeah, I checked in for the Mardi Gras 2 days ago. I'm very, very excited. I'm Canadian. We have a vaccine. We had I can't read today. We had a vaccine shortage, and we asked to mix and match to allow for children from 12 to 18 to have the Pfizer. We did a good thing, but shot ourselves in the foot. Yeah, I mean, so to be honest with you, I don't know. Maybe I'm just living under a rock. I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know that was approved to mix vaccines. I heard that was potentially dangerous. And then I find out a week later that it's actually been going on this whole time. I just think it's a weird situation, and you do got to wonder what's going to happen down the road. Are they going to continue to push this situation where they say, well, if you had these two, you can't sail. If you had this one, you can't sail. So what are people going to do? Do they now have to go back and get 4 shots to make sure they have a double up of the same one? You know, what's the solution to that? I'm probably going to do like a separate video of that because I think that's a horrible situation. That's not cool. Mardi Gras. Oh, that's so cool. Mardi Gras is going to be great. Ride the boat. Oh, I will. I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on the boat. I'm probably gonna do a separate video of the boat as well. Very weird. Not safe in any medical opinion. What do I know though? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a medical professional. I don't know, but I assumed that was just a weird thing to do from the get-go. So I'm not surprised that the cruise lines are doing this, but you do got to wonder who's going to turn around and say, well, if you had these 2 types of vaccines and you mix, you can't. What other companies are going to do it? Airlines, restaurants, who knows? He's going to spin on his head. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be the first person ever in the world to spin on my head and break dance on the Carnival Mardi Gras. It's happening. I was vaccinated twice on January 13th and February 3rd with the Pfizer vaccine. I think no more an annual booster will be needed. I mean, personally, I'm not taking a booster if they come out with that. I'm not doing it. Many Canadians had no choice. Well, that's my point to all of this. And this isn't just in Canada. This is in other parts of the world. They had shortages, and out of nowhere, right, they were saying, you know, if you want to get vaccinated, you can take safely the Pfizer and the Moderna together. It's allowed. It's safe. It will count as you being fully vaccinated in the eyes of the world that are approving these vaccines. And now we got this situation where they're not saying it's okay. Someone better do a lively thing on your head. I hope so. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird situation because the cruise lines are turning around and saying that they're going to go with the FDA-approved, CDC-approved vaccines, right? So this is honestly what's troubling me. They're saying they're going to do these vaccines, right? They're going to use these approved vaccines, but they turn around and say, well, these can't mix. So did the CDC say that these are potentially troubling combinations? Because if they did, we're going to look at more trouble down the road. Or are the cruise lines working on their own? What you got for me, Kimberly? Info, my hubby is a hubby. I don't know, that word's always funny to me. My husband is a physician assistant. He has experimented in cellular biology. Here are 2 issues. 1, some of the vaccines can be combined, some cannot. Mixing can lead to legal issues. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I've always said down the road, you don't know what's going to happen with these vaccines, right? Something could happen, something could not happen. But with these mixings of the vaccine, and now you have companies, because the cruise line, that's a big deal, especially when they are claiming that they are following what the FDA is approving and what the CDC is approving, and they're turning around now saying you can't, if you mix these 2, you can't use our services. What's going to happen down the road with other companies? Or is the CDC going to come out and say, well, if you took these vaccines after a bunch of research, we found out that a new study has shown that these are not acceptable vaccines. So you are not considered fully vaccinated any longer. You got to wonder what's going to happen? What exactly is going to happen down the road? I'm confused at this point, I've received 2 different vaccines, 2 different mRNA vaccines. Carnival Princess, okay with that. Yeah, so it's just NCL. You are lucky for now. Okay, it's not for me. The only reason why I'm getting the vaccine is a cruise. Yeah, I got mine to travel because I do it for a living. So our country state isn't allowing mixing. What are you talking about, the U.S.? Yeah, they're not allowing it. Going to be lots of issues and lawsuits of people are discriminated against because they are mixing vaccines after the government told them to mix. That's what I'm saying. I think this is going to get, it's already messy. It's going to continue to get messy because look at this situation now. In Canada in particular too, like Canadians like to travel places. They like to cruise. And now they're being told, for one, they're already completely X'd out of one cruise line being NCL. You got to wonder who else is going to join NCL. But also, if you happen to get the wrong combination, which you were instructed to do and was instructed was safe, Now you are being exiled from certain companies and organizations because you got the luck of the draw. I think that's horrible. I really do. Now, given, obviously, just to be clear, full disclosure and disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know how any of this works. But if I was told to do something for the safety of everyone else and that I would be able to live a normal life again, and now I'm turned around and told that I can't because what I was told to do, it's a horrible situation. Personally, that's irritating. That's frustrating for people that are dealing with that situation right now. It really is. So again, I mean, I'm not a leader or an authority in this, but I think that's kind of messed up. It really is. Like, I'm not going to blame the cruise lines, but if the cruise lines are saying they're going to follow what the FDA and the CDC is saying, they need to continue doing that. Until the FDA or CDC decides that, all right, well, these mixtures of combinations will qualify you as not vaccinated, then this is what's going to happen. That's how it should be. End of story. But even if that does happen down the road, that's still a crappy situation. Why wasn't the proper studies confirmed before they allowed these mixings of vaccines? So I don't know. That's my piece on the situation. I'm not going to dive too much into it because, again, not a doctor, not involved in that any kind of way. But just from a layman's perspective and common sense turn, it's just kind of messed up. Oh yeah, we are going to talk about that too. Give me a second. Would be a nice video on clarification of what documents you need to bring on your cruise and how to attain them for each province. Every province is different. You mean for Canada? The Canadian provinces? Is that what you're talking about? I think the CDC is just trial and error right now. Well, you see how much stuff is changing. So this is why I say I don't blame the people that don't want to get vaccinated right now. I don't. I really don't. What are your thoughts on the Karen that got kicked off of Royal Caribbean? I'm going to talk about that in a minute because that is a whole can of worms. If you guys didn't watch my video, there were some people that were saying that I'm anti-cruise for what I said about the situation. I don't think so. The mixing came from WHO, but was misinterpreted. Well, why is this medical information being misinterpreted? That's my question. And my bad, I keep saying FDA and CDC. They're also following WHO guidelines. So again, if they're following the World Health Organization as well, why are these things not being fine-tuned before they get put out? I thought that was the point of all this research and studies. The Fed Gov is working on a card for international use. It's not in play at the moment. What do you mean a card? Like a health pass? Like a vaccine pass? Is that what you're talking about? Oh man, what interesting times. You guys hear about what's going on over in France? Oh man, I gotta get my girlfriend out of there. I'm telling you. See, if you want the most views for a video, you should do a ship tour the first day, put it out on the second day. But to be honest, I do think you can beat ParaDJ to that, but you can try. Oh, you can't. Well, so the thing about ParaDJ, they got two people, right? What people don't understand about like me making my content. Unfortunately, it's just me doing it all myself. I do all my research, I do my video recording, my editing. I do it all on my own, it sucks, right? Sometimes, but as far as putting videos out, I can only put them out so quickly. So just so you guys know, I'm going to put the videos out as quickly as I can. But the cruise ship tours, I think honestly, the first couple videos that people do the cruise ship tours on, depending on how they do it, they're going to get views either way. I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about that at all, to be honest with you. My tours, it's probably going to be different from ParaDJ because they got, two people. They can do the walk around and talk. They can do the hard travel style of cruise ship tour. I can't because it's just me. I don't have somebody walking around, and I doubt you want me to do a cruise ship tour in selfie mode or me just walking and talking. I'm probably just going to put some music and just glide around the ship. That's probably what I'll do because those tend to do well too. So we'll see. We'll see. I can see Don blowing up if he did not get the same vaccine, two doses, and cannot cruise. Have you seen or heard what Don does when people in the buffet touch the food with their hands? Yeah, I've seen it. It's interesting. Part of the confusion is based on all the unknown of the new virus. We're learning as we go along. Yeah, I get that. But this situation of things confirming, like, again, the vaccine situation, right? If you don't know what's going on, and you're highly urging people to put this stuff in their bodies, right? And then you turn around, well, not even the CDC, WHO, or the FDA, but they're turning around and saying, all right, well, you can't come here and here and here because of what we've kind of forced your hand to do. That's messed up. It's messed up, you know? I need to coordinate these cruises with you and hold the camera while you do your thing. Yeah, exactly. I need a camera person. Maybe down the road. I want to be like Hard Travel one day. No, I'm kidding. That man has too much knowledge. He knows what he's doing. People touching their food with their hand. People kicked and screamed for a vaccine. They thought whatever and made it volunteer at your own risk. They can't be sued. Yeah. I don't know. Only one person does it, Jay. Does what? Only one person does what? What, be my camera person? That'd be cool. I'm with you, Kimberly. Kindly volunteer. That'd be cool. Look, I need a camera person. I do. Maybe down the road. I don't know. Who knows? When my channel gets bigger. I guess for now, I'm just going to be doing some mediocre style vlogs with selfies and forward facing, you know. We'll see. I mean, honestly, when I do my tours, I'll probably have to do like a voiceover. I don't know if I'll do it that day, unless I just do like a walk around, again, put some background music and just kind of label everything as I go along. I might do that to be one of the first people out to have like an actual tour as a passenger. But it might have to just go down that way, to be honest, because I mean, honestly, that'd be a lot of research to do prior, you know, which I don't mind doing. But it's going to be interesting. I'm going to try to get the videos out as soon as I can. Yeah, Big Pharma cannot be sued if the government says it's a vaccine. Well, that's why they have it labeled. Hire Lauren to be your camera person. Well, that's the plan. I don't have to hire her, but unfortunately, with cruising operations being the way it is now, I can't do it. There's not much I can do there. That's a decent idea, label everything on screen. Well, I might have to, because again, unless I'm going to talk over it, it's not going to look that good. Dude, you're good money, good money. Don't sweat it. No need to talk down. You do good work. We appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think I'm going to do a situation where, you know, I can do like a legitimate official cruise ship tour. There's so much to see on that ship. But I'll probably do a walk around or maybe a live stream if the Wi-Fi is decent enough. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I mean, when I go on the cruise, I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry. I'm literally only going there for the sole purpose of work. I'm going to have some fun too, but be doing a lot of work. I'm meeting with some people with Clea as well, which I'm excited about. So it should be fun. Oh, wait. Okay, I know I forgot something. Mary Lou Long, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. You always give me super chats. It goes a long way. You just bought bought me a drink or two on the ship. Trey McCray, thank you. You said, let's go, Jay. You're the man, bro. No, you're the man. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. All provinces are different, so it's vast. Where I am, you get no paperwork when you go for shot. It's all online. It's all online. There's no area to print proof, some sort of proof for my area anyway. What province do you live in? Interesting. Yeah, this vaccine situation is weird. It's political. It's confusing. So this is why I try not to touch on it too much. But to me, I look at the comments and stuff. Use your own Wi-Fi while in port. Well, that's the plan. So it just depends how early I get on the ship too. I think I just might have to. It's just going to be one of those situations where I'll have to go live, just explore the ship, because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I can look at all the maps and whatnot too. You know, when you get on a ship and you've never been there before, you're not going to know the whole schematics of the ship and where everything is. So I might just do like a legitimate walk around for about an hour or so if you guys want me to. I can definitely do that. Just let me know. Most people think Canada is Ontario. That's true. Canada, they got two options when they hear Canada. They're going to think Montreal maybe, or probably Toronto. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, guys, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Someone was trying to give Ricky a super chat, but you can't if you don't have at least 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, YouTube is it's the name of the game. You gotta earn your stripes here on YouTube. But you gotta bring your girlfriend and kid as well, because you cannot leave them out. My B-Day gift to y'all. What are you talking about? I mean, I plan to as soon as we can, but it's gonna be a little while. Yes, thank you, Scott. Guys, if you have not joined the Facebook group, I highly encourage it. You should. A lot of knowledgeable people in there. And the group is pretty active. You get a lot of people asking questions, hundreds of people adding in every month. So make sure you have it if you haven't already. It's a very, very interesting, cool group to join. Matt from Royal Caribbean blog did a live at sea, and the video was choppy, cutting out due to Wi-Fi. I mean, honestly, with my luck, I seriously doubt my Wi-Fi will be any better. I have horrible luck with Wi-Fi, so I'll see. Jay, you didn't read the earlier message. Yeah, this stream is going by pretty fast, Rico. If you can let me know what you said, I'll read it again. Sorry about that. By the way, Toronto is not our capital. Yeah, you guys, just so we're clear. I mean, just like Orlando is not the capital of Florida or Miami. A lot of people think that too. So grateful for my vaccine. I'm good with less chance of death being 74. Oh, it's good for you. Thanks for the info. I'm reading. I'll apply to the province. Oh, that's not for me. So yeah. The capital was Ottawa. Ottawa. Yeah. So, but again, guys, this vaccine situation, I'm probably gonna do a separate video on it. But honestly, like I said, I think it's kind of messed up. It's a very weird, annoying situation to deal with. But what are you gonna do? There's only so much that can be done about it. I just think it's kind of jacked up on all fronts. You know, you got the government's pushing this thing, and now the cruise lines are going to turn around. Didn't Don mix his vaccines? He did, but I don't think he's sailing with NCL from what I've heard. Excuse me. Jay, any chances cruisers that are not vaccinated? Yeah, it just depends on what cruise line. I know even on my ship that I'm sailing on, the Mardi Gras, they're making exemptions. They just haven't put out the exemption sheet yet. But I'm assuming they're going to probably do like a week out, probably the last possible second. They haven't put out an exemption sheet yet, but cruise lines are sailing with non-vaccinated people, and Royal Caribbean especially. Jay, are you going to be on the 2023 Voyagers cruise? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have not even looked out into 2023. I guess I'm not your stereotypical cruiser. I don't look out that far. A year maybe, but I'm personally not the kind of guy that needs to put a deposit down 2-3 years down the line. I ain't gonna do it. Nah, that's not for me. I'm sorry, it's not. You're going on the Mardi Gras, amazing, so jealous. I'm going on the Horizon in January 2022 and the Panorama in 2023. That's great. That's great. But like I said, me personally, I'm sorry, but I can't see myself to look out all the way down to 2023 unless it's like legitimate, like for me, like a business plan. Yeah, it makes sense. But for me to do something fun like a vacation, I don't have the patience for that. I don't. Good thing everyone is on even grounds because one knows the ship. It's new. Just do a live for now. Yeah, I will. I will. Don didn't mix his vaccine. Okay, good to know. So I don't know for a fact, but yeah, the vaccine situation is crazy. Great planning. Yeah, that's. I mean, props to you. I personally would just. I don't have the patience for that. For that couple $1,000 I'm gonna put down for a cruise, I'd rather invest until that point in time. I thought Don said he didn't on a recent vlog. Yeah, I don't think he did. Like I said, I'm not sure. I just know he was talking about he has a cruise in like a week. I saw a bit of his live stream yesterday, so I don't think he did. But either way, what's going on with the whole vaccine situation is it's weird. Jay, have you heard anything about booster shots if required? I don't think they're required anywhere yet. You talk about Karen yet? No, we're gonna get into it in a second. No, I don't think anywhere is requiring booster shots. I think they're just coming more out as like recommendations, but we'll see what happens down the road. I can see that being pushed out a little bit more into fall whenever the summer season and the heat goes away. Jay, did you hear about the Ontario couple that wanted to go to Barbados? He was vaxxed with the Pfizer and Moderna. They said that's not vaccinated. Next day they changed their entry to allow mixing. Confusing situation. What camera equipment do you use for your live stream? I just use my phone. I mean, most people that do live streams, because the way it's structured, you can't just use like a standard camera. Most people that do the live stream, unless you're like a techie and you can wire everything up the proper way, most people live stream on their phone. Most people. Honestly, I don't think I've seen anybody that uses anything else, but like a phone, a laptop, or a tablet, that's usually what people are doing live streams on. Rico, did you put another message in? Sorry about that, man. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I was telling you, when you come to Georgia, I'll give you your girlfriend a tour of the Battery. The Battery near the baseball stadium, since it's huge, and game tickets and food would be my birthday gift to you guys. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Where in Georgia? I'd love to. Yeah, I would really love to. Put this on low battery. Sorry, I put my phone on low battery. Phone's dying. I was trying to charge it before I was able to do this. For some reason, I think I put it in the wrong outlet or something like that. It didn't charge all the way. You can live stream from certain camera, but they're $1,000. Yeah, that's my point. Usually, And I don't think that's worth the money unless you are like a photographer or something like that, because you never know. You can get the best camera in the world, but if your Wi-Fi sucks, like on a cruise ship, it's kind of obsolete at that point and a waste of time. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a live stream on my phone, probably get a stabilizer in a couple days, and just do it that way. Is it worth paying for the internet and streaming? I think it depends what you're doing. Like, since I'm going there for work and I use it for my business, yeah, I would say it's justified. But anything else, really, if you plan on just enjoying your cruise and you don't need to call home or something like that, I don't see the point in getting internet and Wi-Fi. I really don't, because the point is for you to escape reality, not be tied into it in the middle of your vacation. Personally, so, but maybe that's just me. I read that for travel in Europe and in lieu of the vaccine passport thing, it needs to be within 12 months. I'm conjecturing. What's that? I'm conjecturing. We'll be in the near future be needing the boosters for certain travel. Oh, I could see that. It's coming for sure. I agree. I agree. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate it. And thank you, Diane, for reminding everybody. Thank you for all your cruise video coverage. I've been on 21 cruises. Wow. 21 cruises in 6 years prior to COVID. I generally cruise solo and book last minute, sail away, and get great prices. Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm like a last minute guy too. I try to book maybe a couple months out if I can, but honestly, I don't have the patience. Did you ever get a room you had to change? You had to change clearance? What do you mean? But you have to bring your girlfriend and kid as well. Oh, I will. Don't worry. I mean, I'm working on getting my girl over here right now. So, but I will stay in the Marietta and Braves new stadium in Atlanta. Oh, okay. I used to live in Atlanta. Who are you going on the cruise with? Myself, me, myself, and I. It's just me. Which is why I didn't get a balcony or anything crazy like that. I got a standard stateroom. So let's see if Karen is mad enough to turn down the free cruise and future cruise credit. We'll see. The DJI Osmo is great, perfect stabilizer. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at actually. I've been looking at the DJI products. I'm thinking about getting a drone too. I'm not in a rush personally. Yes, you guys, all tickets to the game, food is being paid for by me. Well, I appreciate that. Don't worry, the Braves game. Okay, I mean personally, I've never watched a baseball game. I used to work for the Tampa Bay Rays, but I never watched the games. I was just there for the entertainment. Clarence was saying he always books sail away last minute. Oh, okay, I thought that was directed toward me. Thank you for the clarification. 40 plus cruises in 10 years. Can't wait until they bring back the casino perks. Nice. Who are the bums that did the 2 thumbs down? There's some people that just don't like me. It is what it is. This is a crazy mix of crazy things. A mix of crazy things going on. Yes, it 100% is. You should do food reviews on the cruise ship, dining with Jay. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna go to the Shebang. I think that's what it's called. The new restaurant on board as well. I'm gonna check all that stuff out too. So just stay tuned, guys. There's gonna be a lot of footage coming in. I promise. So we'll see. I can't wait to see your videos when you go on the cruise. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Look, guys, so what I'm going to have to do in a minute, because unfortunately, I guess I put my phone in the wrong socket, so it didn't charge all the way. I'm going to have to take out the microphone so I can charge my phone. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, just for a little while. I'm going to charge my phone. That way you guys can hear me, or so I can charge my phone without it dying. I don't have to end the live stream. So, yeah, in a couple minutes, probably in like 2 minutes or so. But yeah, so you guys want to talk about the Karen situation? Because there were some people that were trying to say that I'm anti-cruise for what I was saying about that situation. I definitely want to talk about that. I have no problem talking about that. What do you think Carnival would do with October protocols? It depends. Honestly, I can't say for now. I think it depends what the CDC does. You got to see what happens, first of all, in November, because if everything continues on, the sailing order is set to expire, the framework that is set to expire in November. So, let's see. A thumbs down is often a competitor making the thumbs down. You're right. More than one phone in case of any hiccups. Oh, yeah, I have 2 phones. I'm good, don't worry. I might get a new one. I might go get the latest 12. I don't know. We'll see, the 12 Max. That depends. Either that or I might just have to wait for the 13. But yeah, so let's talk about the Karen situation. Actually, hold on, let me reset up. Oh, we got battery. So, I mean, have you guys seen the video I did about the Karen situation? I gave my opinion on what I thought about the situation. A lot of people were saying that I'm being anti-cruise because I'm not just completely bashing this woman to oblivion. Now, just so we're clear, I think that woman is 100% in the wrong with how she conducted herself. I really do. It should have been done better. But also, as somebody that's dealt with a false positive situation, I understand what it's like to try to contain yourself or not when somebody's telling you you got a false positive when you know for a fact you don't have COVID. It's a crappy situation and it's not fun to deal with. Highly recommend the 12 Max, best phone I've ever had. Good to know. I got the 11 Pro right now, so. But she should be arrested for threatening to lick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Definitely went too far. Yeah, look, we got 155 people watching, 155 likes. We should have 200 likes. Just saying, but it is what it is. But yeah, this Karen situation is interesting to say the least. But I like to look at everything for what it actually is. A lot of people are saying, oh yeah, she was this, she was that. I get it. Based off of the video, yeah, she deserves everything bad that's gonna happen to her. But again, like I said, if I was in that situation, which I was, because there was a situation where, if you guys, for those of you that have been following me, I was set to go to Europe. The day prior, I went and got a test done because I got it done in the least amount of time, like the day prior, because I had a lot of flying to do, and I wanted to make sure I didn't have to retest in order to get to anywhere that I needed to go to. And it was one of those weird situations where they said they can get the test done in like an hour, a couple hours, came back as a false positive. And essentially, they were telling me that money that I paid for that flight, that $1,000 that I paid for my flight to Europe, was now going to be just tossed in the trash, and I wasn't able to see my girlfriend. I was irritated too. Now, given I kept my composure, I didn't curse these people out, but I got a little frustrated when they told me when I asked them to do another test, calmly too and professionally. They told me that I had to pay. First, they denied me, said I couldn't get another test, and then they told me that if I want to get another test, I'll have to pay for it. After I had asked them if I can just pay for another test. So, I mean, I get the situation, but it doesn't justify her actions. Definitely not. So I want to make that clear. But we also don't know the full situation. She's saying that she tested negative prior to getting on the cruise, and then she tested positive on the ship allegedly, and then now she's saying she got 3 tests done and they all came back negative when she went home. It creates a problem. So abusive, rude, absurd, threatening. She agreed to all protocols upon boarding. Yeah, I agree. She again, I'm just saying she should have handled the situation better. But I think there's more to this than meets the eye. If she's telling the truth, if she is, let's see. I've already checked out the DJI Osmo. It's great. So I might have to go pick that up. They actually got one over at Best Buy, so I might have to go look at that. I'm definitely getting one before I get on the cruise to stabilize it so I can get good quality camera. You know better. You know what would have happened to you if you had acted a whole fool like she did. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been through a lot of stressful situations in my life. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to have, first of all, just the emotional intellect to be able to just keep yourself calm. You need it. Like some people are just emotionally illiterate. They've never been through horrible situations or stressful situations before. Oh, phone's about to die. Look, guys, I apologize in advance, but I'm going to have to take my microphone out. It's going to be a little bit lower volume, but I'm not in a room that's too echoey, so you guys should be able to hear me just fine. But I got to keep my phone charged for the next 10 minutes. I apologize, guys. So I'm going to take this out here in a second and charge my phone. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, can you guys hear me? The sound should be not as good as it was, but just let me know. If you guys give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, do the allegedly thing. Allegedly. Hey, look, don't sue me, bro. You got to. My problem is that she chose the test. She chose the test that she took for retest. So my thought is that she chose the ones that would give her the results she wanted. Yeah, maybe. I don't think it really works like that, to be honest. I've never gone to a place and chosen to take a test that I knew was gonna give me the results. Who knows? Maybe she paid somebody. I don't know. Maybe. She went too far with licking doorknobs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that point, yeah, it's kind of like a biological threat or something like that. I don't know, but still, like I said, I disregarding all of that because I mean technically you can't. I get it, right? But I still want to know what happened. I want to know how all this played out to be what it was going to be, right? What's the actual truth? Can we get a statement from Royal Caribbean saying something about it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's a situation to be kicked off of the ship. Saying you licked all the doors and stuff like that. Yeah, that's grounds for getting her out of here. Okay, but like I said, I still want to know the cruise line side of the story. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I want to know. I'm not fully vaccinated and happy about it. Hey, and to each his own. That's what I'm talking about. Like I think everybody's entitled to how they feel about the situation because it's all understandable how people feel about this. We say dumb things in the heat of the moment, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean the truth is though, she's not regretting it. She's riding with it. She got shirts made saying Karen of the Seas. So raise your hand if you believe she acted like door handles. She wasn't vaccinated, and when mistake was getting corrected, she had the test. Test came back positive. That is the end of her trip. Plain and simple. The mistake is another issue. I guess, but again, I tested positive, right? When I had to go to Europe, I had a flight the next day. Is that my fault that the machine had a false positive? Not really. Not really. So, I mean, there's an argument to be made there. Her reaction to it is the problem. Well, we got a ton of. Hold on, give me a second. More thumbs up than viewers. Very good job, everyone. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, guys, keep hitting that like button. Let's get to 200 before we get out of here. Just like they had video of the little girl, they have video of that situation. Just wait for it. Yeah, I'm sure they do. PCR is neither. All lines use PCR, just like the nursing homes. Cruise lines don't say anything until it goes to litigation. Yeah, you're right. They're gonna just kind of slide this one under the rug because she kind of shot herself in the foot on this one, to be honest. Got a bail. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Better than catching COVID and variants or dying. I don't know if that's for me or not. Hello, just finished a call from work. Thomas, how's it going? Hope you're doing all right. I'm thinking she lied about her back status and got the wristband she wasn't supposed to have. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that always comes down to what the protocols are for Royal Caribbean as well. That has to be taken into consideration if that's the case. How could somebody easily lie or get a hold of one of these wristbands when they are the ones creating the protocols? Because if that's the case, chances are, unfortunately, we're going to deal with more of these situations down the road. You know, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Think about it. If people know that in order to get the vaccinated status, all they got to do is jack one of those purple rubber wristbands, what's stopping people from doing it again? It's inevitable. It's going to happen again. Not that exact situation, but we're going to see more problems like this if Royal Caribbean decides to continue going with that same process that they are right now. She really did not want to be around others who have been vaccinated. That's why she got her bracelet on her arm. Interesting. Are the wristbands personalized with passenger's ID? If not, I say it's easy to share the wristbands. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, just from what I saw, it doesn't look like it. They look like those little. You remember those wristbands that had little messages on them and words on them? It looks like that, but I don't know if it has any writing on it. And if it does, I mean, I guess it would help. But still, anybody could just take it off and say, here, go walk in there for a little bit and go to the vaccinated area. I could see that happening. You better buy a splitter so you can charge. Yeah, I know. I just ordered one actually yesterday. Still have the microphone plugged in while you're on the cruise. Yeah, I got that. I got an additional external battery as well. I'm getting everything prepared. Exactly. This is all fluid. They should have personalized the wristbands. I mean, like, who has the legit ones? What is it? The Princess. They got the ocean medallions. Those look legit. You know, they need something a little bit more concrete if they're going to do that style of protocols on board the ship. Because people, I'm sorry, but especially in the American markets, they're going to play that game and bend the rules a little bit. If they're sailing with somebody unvaccinated and if they're vaccinated and somebody wants, let's say the ice cream machine is on the vaccinated side, right? And if I'm with somebody or somebody else is with somebody, they're going to say, here, just take this for a second, go get your ice cream and come on back and give it back after. People are going to be doing this stuff left and right. That's just the truth. Yes, medallions have your name and sale date on it. That's what I'm saying. I can personally see more problems down the road. I'm calling it right now. If Royal Caribbean continues with the same protocols that they're doing with these little flimsy purple wristbands, I could see more problems. I know some people were saying that they have like they're punching your ID on board as well, but those are two separate things. They're two separate items. So again, if all they're doing is visually looking at the wristbands, what's stopping somebody, which is inevitable, from letting somebody borrow their wristband or giving their other one? Because they can say, look here, I'll just give you one and then I'll tell the cruise line that I lost it, which isn't going to, the cruise lines aren't going to question that. Oh, you lost it playing bowling on the ship? All right, well, here's the other one. That stuff is going to happen. Absolute J, so red rubber braces. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not a good idea. I think her friend was unvaccinated too. She did. Did she have a wristband too? I don't think so. I don't think so. But again, regardless of the situation, if people can get it that easily, obtain it that easily, and cause such a confusing situation, that protocol that they're using is now in void. It doesn't make sense. So I don't know. Was the friendship with Vax? I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. So they knew what room she was in according to the video. So much is missing. That's what I'm saying. Like, did they already were they spying on her or something like that? I don't know. They should have vaccinated and unvaccinated cruises. I mean, if they're gonna do it that way, because personally, I'm all for people that are unvaccinated being able to have the option to cruise. Well, excuse me, but if they're gonna do it with those kind of protocols, you might as well either have two options: either have a fully vaccinated cruise with no unvaccinated on board, or everybody full circle has the same rules and regulations. You trying to separate people with some cheap 5-cent rubber band is not gonna help anything. It's gonna cause more problems, like we've already seen. I wouldn't want to cruise with her. She's present day median age to others. 4 minutes. Yeah, thank you, Scott. 4 minutes on the stream. Get your questions and comments in. And of course, hit that like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. I'm not going on any cruise or plane until everyone is vaccinated. And again, that's I think everybody is entitled to their own personal preference. I agree with that. Keep in mind we have heard only from one person about the Karen. That is Karen herself, one side of the story. Like I said in my video, there's three sides, all right? There's her side, there's gonna be their side, and then there's the truth somewhere in the middle of all of that. They should have had all the info on their file in the system when boarding, so they can directly catch and have word with her. But all I'm saying is, if this is going to be this little, again, 5-cent rubber band is going to be the end all be all to whether at a glance that people can go into the vaccinated areas, it's going to cause more problems than it is going to do good. There's no doubt about it. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. I don't see it going any other way. I do believe there's going to be more problems down the road. Unfortunately, and I'm not knocking on Royal Caribbean, but any company, any business, everybody makes mistakes, and if this is how they're doing it, I don't know exactly what's going on with the rubber bands and who gets it and whatnot, but still, like, if they're just handing these out to the people that are unvaccinated and telling them to hold on to them, it's going to cause problems down the road, more than what we've already seen. So much we're not hearing, and I think it's reasonable to assume there is some kind of tracking going on within 24 hours. They knew she was vaxxed, or knew she was not vaxxed. Yeah, you're right. Possibly. The cruise system, it just got info so fast. The kinks need to be worked out, seriously. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, these things, they've had time, right? A lot of this stuff should have been fine-tuned already. Now, given, there is always, like, the testing, and there's, like, real-world situations. So maybe this just kind of revealed a big gap or a flaw in their system. I hope so, and then they'll make the changes necessary. Sorry, I have no idea why my name is highlighted. Oh, I don't know either. Maybe because you're a member of the Ship Life crew. Maybe that's why. So we'll see. Royal Caribbean needs to come out with a public relations statement stating nothing at all brings more questions than not. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't think they will, though. Unless this continues and goes further, I don't think Royal Caribbean's going to say anything. My last cruise was just before COVID. I was lucky to get out of the U.S. and back to Canada before the big issue. I was in the U.S. for most of 2019. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, Canada is an interesting place to be at. Question, are they still handing out bribes on request on Royal? That's a good question. Personally, I wouldn't know. Kimberly, I mean, I don't know if you know that. I'm not a travel agent, so I can't answer that. Yeah, Kimberly's a member. That's why she's highlighted. Karen would be the one passenger late to return to the ship. I've seen that so many times. You might be right. Who knows? You might be right. I wish I had come across your channel back when I took my first cruise in 2016. I mean, my channel wasn't even a thought in my mind in 2016. I was still with the Harlem Globetrotters, traveling all over the place. I'll be on my fifth cruise in March and learned a lot from you every time I watch your videos. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. 12 days. If we counting it down, I can't wait for the Mardi Gras. Just heard Royal Caribbean has got the word CDC got power back to enforce masks. Yeah, I talked about that earlier at the beginning of the live stream. I'm going to return to cruise again in 2022. Let them work out the kinks. Yeah, it's going to be a while. Unfortunately, we are not out of the woods yet. We still got a long way to go. I'm curious Honestly, I would say the next date to look out for, unless something happens with the CDC in this court case, I would say look out for fall, because things are going to change. No bribes that I know of. Okay, thank you for answering that question, Kimberly. I appreciate it. How was Lauren? Lauren's good. We're both just getting everything figured out. She's working on videos for her YouTube channel. If you guys haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to it. There's a link in my Facebook group, which is another reason why you should join the Facebook group. I'm also working on other videos for my other channels as well. So whenever I get all that set up, I'll let you guys know my other channels too that I'm starting. Oh, and continuing on. Wanted to work on cruise lines, so love to travel. Well, it's a good way to do it. Well, it depends on your position. It depends on your position. I'm going to Hawaii next year, but I'll have another year or two before I go on another cruise. Yeah, like I said, so I guess the next date to look out for, the next time period to look out for throughout 2021 would be fall, because I think at this point it's hard to say if anything's going to change between now and November 1st. So I mean, there's also tomorrow, but I do think with the Delta variant and everything else going on, that public health declaration thing is going to get extended. Again, we haven't gotten confirmation on that, but depending on what's going on, they might be last minute. We haven't heard anything, but it's the same thing that happened with today. We didn't hear anything until late last night. I think it was like after midnight that we heard a situation go on with the Judge Stephen Mary Day in the court case. So who knows? Who knows? At this point, I'm just like, let's see what happens. I'm just kind of watching at this point, guys. I mean, this is honestly a big reason why I kind of stepped out of the, not doing cruise news every single day. I'll let Tony have that. It's so, it's annoying. It really is. Sailing on Freedom of the Seas, end of October. I bet you're exciting. I bet you are. Booked an SOS in November from Miami. Nice. Well, it's nice to see everybody still booking cruises. I bet all of you are excited. I know I am. You heard they are testing for the You heard that they are testing the vaccine for kids under 12 for a trial before approving it for fall or winter. Dr. Fauci was saying, yeah, Dr. Fauci says a lot of things. It's I guess we'll see what happens with that. I saw the interview. They're also talking about recommending what France is doing, which that wouldn't go over too well here in the States, I'll tell you that. Great news that Carnival is going to have non-smoking casino section. Royal Caribbean has smoking and non-smoking already. NCL is separating some tables for the casino for smoke and non-smoking. Yeah, that is great. I think people should have the option. That is great. That's definitely big news for a lot of people. We got to see the science. Yeah, we definitely do. Well, we'll see. A lot going on. Like I said, have you guys heard about what's happening in France? Because that's interesting. If you guys haven't heard, you should look it up, because it's getting crazy out here. Hey man, how you doing today? Just getting in. But based on your title here, did the CDC really keep power over cruising? Yes, they did. What does this mean exactly? Well, it means, honestly, in a simple way, nothing is going to change. The cruise ship industry is still under the guidance of the CDC. So the CDC framework for conditional sailing is still law. It's still the rule. Like, the cruise lines still have to consult with the CDC on what they're doing and their dealings and whatnot. So they essentially don't have their own. They're not being treated like adults. I'll put it that way. I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see what the cruise lines were going to do, but still, I guess we're gonna have to wait a little while. Here in GA, we have another election for November, but it's in midterms. I don't think that's for me. But yeah, it's well, that's frustrating. Yeah, it is frustrating. Like I said, I mean, I've been saying this in my videos, which is why I don't really talk about it too much anymore, because it's kind of repetitive at this point. It's annoying, right? You see all this going on, it's like, all right, the cruise lines, I get it, but they're still grown-ups. They can let them pass or fail on their own. That's how it should be. Where will you be sailing from? I'm sailing from Port Canaveral. Mardi Gras and Narwhal sailing. What is France doing? So basically what they're doing is, starting on August 1st, if you're not vaccinated, you will not be allowed into restaurants and bars, nightclubs, I think the mall. Basically, they're taking away your privileges, your basic life privileges, if you're not vaccinated in France. So, I mean, the media isn't talking about it that much here in the U.S., but again, my girlfriend's French, so she's letting me know. But there are protests all over the place, which I agree with, because, man, that's taking it a little bit too far. And on top of that, they don't really have the vaccine as readily available as we do here in the U.S. So it's a crappy situation over there in France right now, and I think it's going to continue to spread, to be honest with you. The cruise news is getting redundant. You made the right choice mixing it up. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and then for me to do it every day, like, no offense to Tony and Don, but like they're a lot older than I am, right? They have, I guess, they spend a lot more time at home than I do. This is one thing that I wanted to mention last time, right? I got a kid, I'm training, I got other channels, I got other things going on, right? Mainly because I'm younger. There's a lot of things going on. I'm not just sitting at home all day. No offense to them, they're just older, right? Some of them are essentially like retired to a certain extent. So they have the time to do the research every day. I do, but at the same time, there are other things that I still want to get done and accomplished throughout my life as well. So, you know, I try to take breaks here and there. So I'm still going to be uploading videos. I'll still be talking about cruise news. I'll be doing the live streams, but I'm aiming to doing more videos and live streams. Not just cruise news. If you guys saw my videos this past week, I want to do more generalized cruising, cruise ship stories, stuff about the crew. So I'll seasoned. I like that. Yeah, you know, I just got back into practice and training. I'll be doing more breakdance competitions and stuff. I got a lot of stuff going up, going to work out and whatnot. So yeah, I'll still be uploading videos, and I'll be doing like just stuff that, again, I'll probably be doing cruise news and the live streams like I'm doing today, probably at least 2 or 3 times a week. And then the videos, I'm looking at maybe 3 or 4 times a week for the videos. But it's just not going to be cruise news. Something big comes up, then yeah, maybe I'll do like a YouTube short or something like that. But that's going to be the gist of it. I just think it's getting really repetitive. And to be honest and be fair, Tony has the cruise news covered. He's doing a great job with it. So let him be the king of that. I personally just don't want to get like boxed into just being the cruise news guy, because I know that's not my strong point. I'm decent at doing the reporting and gathering the information, doing the research, but it's not something that I get a lot of enjoyment out of every single day. So better than repeating the same info every day. Yeah, I agree. So, but I mean, if you guys notice, some of the stuff that you're gonna see, right, that I'll be doing, especially over the next coming weeks, would be stuff that maybe a lot of these seasoned cruisers already know about. But if you look at all the other channels, I'm pretty much like creating the catalog of the content that a lot of people were making a while back, like packing ideas for cruising, rules for cruising, do's and don'ts. I'm gonna be doing a lot of that. You saw I did the cabin video. I'm gonna be recreating those videos for my own personal catalog, and mainly just to get ahead of what's going on with the cruise restart. I know a lot of people are looking for this knowledge, but they're finding videos that are like 7, 8 years old from when Don and everybody else is doing it back in the day. So I'm going to be making like a revised, more refreshed, more modern version of those videos moving forward. So to me, it seems like a good business decision, but it's also something I enjoy doing. So just giving you guys an idea. Do you know the demographics of your audience? I mean, yeah, of course I do. You're talking about what, from age, or you want to know from age, or do you want to know from like where? Because I got all, you get all, thankfully with YouTube, you get all the information on like your YouTube channel. It's really cool. People do not understand the vaccine is not FDA approved for a reason. Think about that. The mystery chemical gain. Yeah, there's that. There's money involved. There's politics involved. There's the time frame. There's a lot of stuff involved with the FDA situation, which is why I say all the time, I completely understand the people that are not in a rush to get vaccinated. If you're unwilling to show your vaccine card, they'll treat you as unvaccinated. Yeah, over in France, it's worse. Jay, the coolest cruise guys, of course, he knows the demographics. Yeah, I try to pay attention to that stuff. I mean, like, I have my other channel where I teach people about YouTube. It's very, very important to keep an eye on that stuff. It's a process, as everything is. Yeah, life is a journey, a process, and I personally, I'm not somebody that likes to get stuck in one area. Not my thing, personally. Sorry, I kind of rambled on, guys. I missed a bunch of comments. Yes, the people in France are demonstrating nationwide. The government is trying to take away their right to assemble in private businesses. Yeah, that's happening in certain areas, too. It's a weird situation right now. Needless to say, I'm not in a rush to go over to France right now. I get all my news from Tony. Man, so you hate when I do news, don't you? Soul Sister #1 show. Kind of hurts my feelings. No, I'm joking. Tony, he's great at what he does. How long will you be cruising for? Just a week. It's just the inaugural sailing. I'm not doing like a B2B or anything like that. Just an inaugural. Vaccinated or not, you can still get COVID. Already had COVID. Yeah. They will get caught since they do have cameras. What do you mean? Pero DJ doesn't do cruise news. They'll be with us. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. There are plenty of content creators out there that don't do cruise news that do just fine. I think since I can do a bit of variety, I can do the cruise stuff, I can do the general cruise information, I can do the vlogs, I can do the cruise news. I think it makes my channel a little bit more versatile, thankfully. So I figured why not capitalize on that until I find like what is my real strong point. So we'll see. No, I just found you out. No, I'm messing with you. I'm joking. Look, if you're new to my channel, which I'm guessing you are, I'm a very sarcastic person. I joke around a lot, so don't take it personally. My regular cruise channel for years isn't uploading for past a while due to lack of cruise content. Who's your go-to? Oh, there's a lot of them out there, and you got there's a lot of cruise content creators coming out of the woodwork now too. They've been inspired. They see the inspiration, so now they're popping up like daisies, which is good because all it does is make the overall content creating niche here on YouTube when it comes to cruising just a little bit bigger. I prefer watching your channel over Tony. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You're the best, seriously. I've been watching all your videos and shows all day today. Aw, look, just don't watch the bad ones. I got some bad ones in there, right, that I regret making. Not really, but I think I got like over 500 videos now. It's insane. It's crazy. All right, look, guys. So I'll stick around for like 5 more minutes. I know we went over time, but I'm actually having a good time just talking about stuff and YouTube stuff and the plans and everything. So I forget. I'll have to look through my subscriptions. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Yeah, for the people that are in here, if you haven't already, I'll say it again. Make sure you jump on our Facebook group. It's free to join. You can get approved. It's a private group. We got a lot of very knowledgeable, very educated people in there that can help you out. We got travel agents in there. We got crew members in there. So it's just a giant community that I'm working on. Well, I wouldn't say giant. I'm working on making it a giant community. I know there are some cruise groups out there that are like 70,000 strong. We're only at like 3K. So we got to bump that up. We got to bump it up. A little bit harder because it's a private group, but, you know, little by little. What is going on with my phone? My phone, I think I need a new charger. My phone went from 5% to 2% while it's charging. That's not normal, is it? What if I take this thing out and put it back in? I think my charger's dying, guys. Might need a new one. I knew there was something going on. I charged my phone for like 2 hours and it wasn't enough for the live stream, but I realized I just need a new charger now. I'm a new content creator. We'll be doing a live from the Carnival America, going to Alaska on August 17th. Nice. I'm telling you, YouTube is so underrated. You should do it. It'll be the best thing you've ever done, probably. Haven't heard lately the outcome of the mess. Winter, what they said. For what? Winter for what? COVID is spiking throughout Quintana Roo. Yeah, I know. I was just there, including Cancun, Riviera Maya, and down in Tulum. Well, it's definitely been in Tulum. COVID color is orange, and only 22-25% of Mexican population is vaccinated. Yeah, I know. I was just there. It's crazy over in Mexico right now. Charger gets slow when it's old. This isn't old. This charger is like a month old. I just bought this charger. It could be a short in the cable. I don't know. I've been bouncing around and traveling all around with it. Maybe it got wet. I don't know. I don't know. Are you going to do vlogs, any specialty restaurants? Yeah, I'm going to do Chibang. Given I can get in there. I know it's going to be on a waiting list and stuff, but that's the plan. My phone charger died last week. Found a great deal on Amazon. Yeah, these chargers can get expensive too, though. If it's a USB-C, flip the cord around. Yeah, that's what I did. It might work better. We'll see. We'll see. I got sick on the second shot. Okay. Yeah, so that's the plan, guys. But there is a lot going on with cruising. Now, I was going to put out a Ship Life story episode today, but unfortunately, I got kind of caught up with the editing and whatnot. But tomorrow, guys, be on the lookout. I got a video. I'm going to be talking about a stalker that I had on board my ship. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be telling a very interesting story tomorrow. So Ship Life stories are back, and we'll just go on from there. And I got a couple other videos I'll be putting out throughout the week. That's the plan. Can you walk around the city and port stops on your own? Yeah, but it depends on what cruise line, and then if the ports change their protocols. Sometimes iPhone 11 won't charge on wireless. Interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm actually getting ready to go work out a little bit. Gotta get that muscle back. I've gotten so small. Hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. I greatly appreciate it. And be on the lookout for my Ship Life story episode tomorrow, guys. I'll see you later. Take care.